I'm 2-0 this season when picking a side on these London games. Got the Bears right last week, got the Vikings the week before. I'm looking to go 3-0 with another play on the side in this week's London game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. Do the Jags bounce back or do I fade them again? I'll break it down here in just a bit. I am Ronald Kabang from wagertalk.com and themoneyballer.com. I'm the number one overall handicapper at Wager Talk in the last 30 days. And since September 1st, my all access clients are up uh, nearly 80 units since September 1st, 93, 50, and 4. Record there, a 65% hit rate. That's between the Premier League, MLB, WNBA, NFL, and college football. Currently on a 20-6 all sports run since October 6th in the NFL specifically on a 10-3 run there, moved into that number one spot on the regular season with an overall NFL regular season record of 25, 13, and 2. That's 65.8%. And WagerDoc has a deal right now set up for me to get $100 off my NFL package for the rest of the season through the Super Bowl. But if you want to get the all access pass, Wager Talk also has another deal by 2025 to get the rest of 2024 for free. That's 400, get up to 440 days of action for about $4 a day. That should cover the rest of the NFL season. NBA season coming up, next year's WNBA season. When it comes to the NBA, I was the number one NBA handicapper in my first two seasons combined with Wager Talk. That's 2020 to 2022. Last season, another profitable season, but I want to get back to that number one spot again in the NBA. I mentioned earlier this season, I'm currently number one in the NFL. That's not a fluke. I've only been with Wager Talk, the Wager Talk family for three full NFL seasons, and I've climbed all the way to number three all time in NFL spread profit. So there's consistency there with the NFL, and of course the WNBA. I finished the last season number one. This season, I'm currently number one during this, the WNBA finals right now. The winningest NBA WNBA capper at Wager Talk all time, just through 4 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons now. It also includes my 5% plays, which I have the best 5% win percentage this year at 84.6%, and the most profitable 5% better at Wager Talk since 1/1/2023. Guys, I'm not the flashiest or most charismatic capper at Wager Talk, but I might be the most underrated capper at Wager Talk. So check my capper page at wt.buzz/RC for that deal and other premium picks and packages, as well as several free plays. My free plays are hitting at a pretty solid rate too, as well. And that's always at wt.buzz/RC. Now let's dive into this matchup between the Jags and the Patriots. First off, the Jags, their offense is in for what I call addition by subtraction. Obviously, Peterson, he mismanaged that game last week. The running, especially that running back situation. And if you watched last week's video, I pretty much called it. I'm gonna play a quick clip from last week's video real quick. The one area that the Jags could have some success though, it's through the ground game. Tank Bigsby, I think he's been pretty efficient this season. And Chicago's run defense is middle of the road. But knowing Doug Peterson, he's likely going to have Travis Etienne in there more than he should be. If the Jags lean on Bigsby, maybe they can move the chains a bit more. But for the most part, if forced into like passing situations, it's going to be hard for the Jags to sustain drives against the Bears pass rush. Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened last week. Bigsby looked like a stud, but for some reason, Doug Peterson just kept giving Etienne the ball, and even though Etienne was less effective, that he just kept doing it. And this week, Etienne is out, so Bigsby takes over, and that's a huge difference maker in my opinion because the Patriots can't stop the run, and they've been weak against it all season long. And not only that, but Trevor Lawrence, he gets a pretty favorable matchup here as well. The Patriots pass defense is pretty shaky, and I think Lawrence has enough weapons here. I think Brian Thomas Jr., Evan Ingram can exploit the secondary. To me, I feel like Lawrence obviously he had a rough outing last week, but he missed some open receivers, and but I think the Bears defense is definitely underrated. But against a defense like the Patriots here, I think he should get back on track. And if you flip over to the Patriots side, their offense, it's a mess. Drake May had a mixed performance last week. Sure, he had some nice throws, but he got hit. He got hit again and hit some more. I mean, that offensive line let him down definitely. And I think that the Jags edge rushers, especially their edge rushers, they should be able to get some pretty decent pressure on May this week. And then if you look at the run game, it doesn't really get any better. Stevenson, he's kind of been all over the place, very inconsistent. If he plays, the Jags should still be able to bottle him up. Um, and without a run game, without a solid O line to protect their QB, I think May gets pressured a lot, and with limited weapons, I can't see this Patriots offense get into any type of rhythm. And obviously the Jags, they got embarrassed last week, right? We were on the Bears last week, and the Bears, like I said earlier, I think they're one of the more underrated teams right now in the league, especially when it comes to defense. And the Patriots, they're dead last in net EPA. And the Jags have a ton of motivation going into this game here to get the win. And also, they've been in London all week, right? They played last week in London. They're here again, so adjusting to that time zone. And the Patriots, they're just arriving. So last season, same thing happened with the Jags. They played in London for a second week in a row. They beat the Bills outright, 25-20, as 5-point underdogs. And then on top of that, obviously, I think if you guys watch my videos, I bring up trends quite often, and here's one that backs the Jags here in this situation. Neutral site favorites coming off of a loss, 12-3 straight up, 11-3-1 against the spread. That backs the Jags. But if you include another factor here, that their opponent is also off of a loss in the previous week, that trend moved to 10-1 straight up, 9-1-1 against the spread. So a lot of things really pointing towards the Jag side, the body clock advantage, the bounce back motivation, the trend, the matchup on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, is really pointing towards the Jags getting the win and the cover, even at the 5.5 that we see now, because I know it has moved from the open number, but I still like it. I think the Jags should be able to get it probably by at least a touchdown. That trend that I mentioned earlier, that 10-1 straight up, 9-1, 9-1-1 against the spread, the average margin in those games is plus 9.5. Plus 9.4 points per game. So that definitely covers the 5.5 here. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree, disagree? Make sure to leave a comment. I want to hear your guys' angles and your breakdowns. It's definitely beneficial to not only just me, but other people who view the comments, because we're all here to learn pretty much, right? So and also, if you like my breakdown specifically, like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click that notification button as well, so you don't miss another breakdown from any of the other handicappers over at Wager Talk. And once again, head over to wt.buzz/RC for free and premium picks and packages. Also, obviously, I talked about that deal to get the full year of 2025 and get the rest of this year for free. That's over there at wt.buzz/RC. You could actually see it down there on the banner. The link there, if you if you could see that. And also, for all your personal betting needs, head over to themoneyballer.com. That's also scrolling on the bottom banner down there. They have all the stats, trends, and insights you need to make informed betting decisions. You can use promo code RC50 to get 50% off your first billing cycle. Themoneyballer.com is my main source for handicapping. It's a big reason why I've had success in the NBA, NFL, and WNBA. So check it out. Maybe it could be your main handicapping source as well. That's it, guys. That's the end of the video. Whether you fade or follow, it is on you to make that call. Good luck with all your actions. Until next time. Peace.